why aren't sports titles utilizing VR more? Imagine Player Lock or something like Road to the Show in VR. I get the headsets aren't cheap, but neither is a PS5. Well, here's my thing though about VR, Mike. First and foremost, I don't really like VR. I've tried it. It don't like make me sick or queasy. It's not really fun to me, right? But I will say this, I don't think I've ever seen a sports game truly use VR in the right way, right? So like you said, Road to the Show, MLB The Show, or a baseball game with real VR where you could like simulate trying to actually get a bat on a 90 mile per hour fastball, 99 mile per hour fastballs, 98 mile, 97 mile per hour sinkers that are rising up and dropping it, and just all of the different kinds of pitches that you see, these super high difficulty pitches that you're seeing that people are throwing with relative regularity now. Imagine just, competing or playing a game like that in virtual reality. It would be pretty dope. I think they'd have to come up with some sort of bat that you could like tie to your wrist though, because I can imagine how many torn up televisions we would see from people swinging the bat and making a mistake and letting it go in and hitting their television screens or whatever. So you'd have to do something with that. But I think baseball is a fantastic sport for VR. Another one that I think is an excellent sport for VR is boxing. I think boxing would just be phenomenal in VR. Like, I mean, I can just imagine how dope it would be if you were actually, you're standing there and you're looking, and we've seen Fight Night try to do something like this. I think it was like Fight Night Round 3 tried to do something like first person boxing. But in VR, what pays off the most is when you actually have some element of realism there. So it's supposed to be like a simulator. If it's not a simulator, I don't think it really is doing what it needs to do from a sports standpoint. So, and obviously you need difficulty settings, but there should be a setting that is like literally a pro level setting. So to the best of the ability of the game, you should be able to simulate hitting a fastball. You should be able to simulate being in the ring with a high level boxer while you're trying to actually hit them or avoid their shots. I think that is where you need to go with those two sports particularly. The other sport that I think would be fantastic with VR, and we've seen some evidence of it, but not fully fleshed out, is golf. I think a strongly developed golf simulator that uses VR would be great. Again, you need some sort of clubs that, imagine having literally you get a set of clubs that are all like, devices. They're sticks that are wirelessly connected to a system, and you're literally taking clubs and you got to pick the right club. And so the clubs are weighted differently and that sort of thing. And there is something on the floor that simulates the resistance of when you hit a ball, and that's kind of what dictates the results that you're going to get in the game. So I think those three sports have the highest ceiling for VR. I feel boxing, baseball, and golf have the highest ceiling. I don't know. I don't see any way for football to ever have really solid VR. I don't see anywhere for basketball to have solid VR. Not anything like wrestling or even MMA, because I just think how you're going to simulate grappling. It's just no way to really do it. So, I'm not a big VR fan, but if I'm broadening my horizons, those three sports are the ones that I think have the highest ceilings.